Hello guys, welcome to our game 613, and today we're in Los Santos, and I'm going to be talking about this little mystery over here, as found by a MusicVidiot, or however he says it. And basically I don't believe it myself. So basically he says if you come over here, you got this chilly house ring of fire, and basically it's a joke, I think. It is ring of fire, chilly house. Chili's hot, obviously, and when you poop it out, you'll have a ring of fire, as in your anus ring. And by Uranus, I actually mean, yeah, not the planet. So basically, he says that this could be something like that, and it just glows up when it starts to come night time, and then that's fine. But he says the main thing is when you throw all these bombs on it, you can throw 20 on it if you want to. You can throw as many as you want. Oh, missed one there. And I'll just cover it in bombs and I'll show you what he found. Now this has been seen on other things, like over at the Courts Art Gallery, whatever it is. It's been seen over there, this type of thing as well. When you blow up them bombs, you'll notice that all these little stabby triangles pop up. Now the thing is, if you actually look closer, you'll see the small ones as well. Now he's saying that this means it's meant to be representing something, possibly a sun, because he's like the ideal. Like a picture of a heart is not an actual picture of what a heart looks like, it's a representation. So the representation of the sun is like a circle with all these little triangles coming off it. However, I do not believe that is the case here. I know it is yellow in the middle, and I just keep falling off this building. But I do know it's yellow in the middle like a sun, so that makes sense, and it does kind of look like a sun. I can see where he's coming from with it. However, I don't believe there is anything to that, since there's just no real logical reason of why they'd have a sun here. So basically, I think these triangles, which I'll go into first person so you can see it a little bit better. There you go. These triangles, if you actually look carefully, the edges of this circle are not actually straight. So I don't know how many of you guys have been actually using Emblem Maker for the GTA Online, or even the other creators like Call of Duty as an emblem creator. Now people make proper cool pictures with that. Like I've made bubbles from Pop-Up Girls on my once on Call of Duty, and it was quite cool. You have to use different shapes to make them things. Now what it seems to me is this edge here is straight. You can see that was a straight line, and it makes a triangle, so it goes into here, back out, and then that's one piece. And then on the other side here, this is just the gap, because there's another triangle above it, and the triangles are the bits that aren't black, by the way. It goes there, there, and across again to the middle here. Now the reason why it shows up like this is because the gaps in between them triangles have been edited so they receive damage, but for whatever reason Rockstar forgot to put damage on these bits here from explosions. So like you can shoot it all you like and it'll go perfectly on there. So like if I even shoot right on the line, and I zoom in on that, you'll see it does actually go across that line. That's because the damage of the gun is actually rendered into the game. However, this explosion effect that you get, the black explosion effect, that is actually added in as a separate thing. Therefore it doesn't show up on this bit because they didn't add it onto that bit. Same with these little triangles here, these are just gaps in between these panels here, so the white bits of the actual panel, and then little bits there, the bit. And basically I think it's the thing where they just quickly make up a shape, and then they put the pieces over it to make it smoother, to make it more circular. And the gaps in between are just standardized bits of pieces, and it's not anything that's different from the other parts. So they kind of like, if you have like a template, that the bits that do actually show up the burn marks are the template, and then the actual parts they put over that are the actual bits that they needed to add damage to, but they didn't for whatever reason. It does happen on all the other signs as well over here, this same effect. So if I did it on this, what's getting my way? So yeah, if I did it up on here, I'll show you a couple of bombs on there. There you go, shows up there too. So it's literally just the bomb effect, and it's just gone wrong. Now I will use a cheat to get rid of the cops. There we go. But I did find something quite interesting here. So whilst MusicVidiot is reputable, he is a very good mystery hunter and stuff, and he did see this and he thought maybe something of it. I actually don't think that'll be anything. However, I don't think we'll be able to actually see this because of the lighting. But if I kill myself and I come back here in a second, then I'll be able to show you something pretty interesting in these windows. Okay, so back again at the Ring of Fire Chili House, and I keep calling it Ring of Fire, it's actually Ring of Fire, but yeah, Ring of Fire Chili House. And I said I was something quite interesting in these windows that people might not have noticed, but it's something I find quite interesting. Now if you go up to the windows, you can see it looks like it's got stacked chairs, and some chairs all stacked up, and the windows are all peated by the way, so each and every window is the same. I'll show you that in a moment. However, there's some stacked chairs right here, and over there there's like a table set up ready to go. But while the way these windows have been set up, you might be able to already see it, is to make it look like you can see right through the restaurant. So I think these are actual real pictures taken in real life of like a restaurant from a window view or something, and let's take a shot right across the actual restaurant and then just paste it onto our windows. However, I don't know how true that is. Like you can see it's actually 2D, so it is definitely just a picture. But if you look in the background, what can you see? You can see a big blue car. Now that car to me looks similar to the Maibatsu Penumbra, or Numbra, however you pronounce it, and I think that's quite fun, quite interesting. I can't really tell where the location is, but I believe it would be the real life counterpart of the Penumbra. The reason I say this is because if you actually look carefully, right where my pointer is now, there's actually a person leaving the door. Now, as there's no actual people that leave doors like that in GTA, that just walk into a door, they don't push it with their hand or anything, that makes me think that this is possibly a real life picture. I find that quite cool. There's also like little signs over here and stuff, and bits and bobs. So I think that's an interesting thing. It's this when you can actually see the other bit better. I don't see why, but you can. But each and every one of these windows is exactly the same. As you can see. So I think that's quite interesting. That's one interesting thing about the actual Ring of Fire Chili House. And I hope you found something out about this video. So basically the 2 points I made was there's like a car in the window, as you just saw, and other bits and bobs, and also the Ring of Fire sign. Whilst it does make little triangle marks when you explode on it, it does not mean it's a sun. However, I did notice just now the middle bit isn't actually yellow until the actual night times. So that's an interesting fact as well. We'll be looking into this a little bit more, and I'm not saying it's definitely not meaning something, but I'm just saying it's most likely not. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.